let us go ahead and jump into this week's news with a little segment I like to call Around the Corn, where we look at our briefs from around the state of Indiana. And we are going to begin the week in Crown Point, where last Sunday, a 38-year-old Chicago woman was forcibly removed from Franciscan Health Hospital despite being in active labor. Mercedes Wells, with the help of her husband Leon, delivered a healthy baby girl 8 minutes later in their car on the side of the road. As of Friday, now Franciscan Health Crown Point CEO Raymond Grady says the attending doctor and nurse have been terminated, and cultural competency training has been mandated for all labor and delivery staff. This incident marked the second time in less than a week that a black woman had been turned away from a U.S. hospital despite being minutes away from giving birth. Moving on to another indignity, the family of Indiana National Guardsman Terry Frye is accusing U.S. Senator Jim Banks of using the untimely death of the 23-year-old as a political prop. Frye was killed in a multi-vehicle collision on I-65 near Whitestown on November 14th when his Humvee was involved in an incident with a car carrier truck driven by Goderdzi Ujabidze, a native of the Republic of Georgia. Now, the truck driver is being held by ICE, though they have not provided information on the man's immigration status. Banks, of course, ran directly to social media, posting, quote, Indiana National Guardsman Terry Frye should still be alive. His life was cut short on I-65 by an illegal who never should have been here in the first place, end quote. Again, we don't know that. Meanwhile, Frye's family responded in a statement to WTHR Channel 13 Indianapolis, quote, we do not appreciate this tragedy being weaponized. Please let our family grieve without being pulled into politics. And another untimely death we covered in this space recently was the shooting of Maria Florinda Rios Perez. Recall, the cleaning lady was shot through the locked front door of a Whiteland home when she showed up to work at the wrong address. This week, the homeowner, Curt Anderson, was arrested and charged with one count of voluntary manslaughter. After an initial hearing in Boone County Court Friday, Anderson, 62, is free after posting the $25,000 bond. Now, got some more briefs, but before we carry on, I want to pause and take stock of where we're at. If either of you would like to comment on one of those stories, and Tabitha, I will start with you.
Well, I've got a few aunts and several other family members that are part of the nursing field. And I know in my family, I think the reason they joined was to help people. And, besides just going against the medical oath that you take to protect people and to do no harm, I just feel like the other nurses, right now, people are coming after NPs and things of that nature, saying that these are not professions anymore, and they shouldn't even be allowed to have that category or that funding. So now these nurses, who there are a lot of them, not just in my family, should be pissed because these few bad actors, these few bad characters are really making a bad name for the nurses when all of us know, the nurses are the ones that hold up the hospitals. So they should basically be like publicly slamming these people. And it's not good enough that they just fired just those two people, because I'm sure it wasn't just two people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot of work, really, and a lot of purposeful head turning to look the other way from a basically fully dilated pregnant woman giving birth, irregardless of what color that person is, to turn your back on someone in that state and have other people that would be, in the ER and all of that would have seen this. The public outcry should just be outrageous at this point.
Absolutely should. Simon, can I ask you about the manslaughter charge in the Whiteland shooting? Is that sufficient? Oh, you're muted, sir. I cannot hear you now. Womp womp. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to let Simon go ahead and figure that out. And I will comment, and I will say manslaughter is not a sufficient charge for that case. I do believe you have a duty to, make sure what you're doing before you go discharging a gun. Simon, you're back. What do you think?
Okay.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah. Sorry, technical problems, which we'll have to talk about after the show. So, from the perspective of the circumstances, the police and the prosecutor are doing the correct thing. If you shoot somebody, the expectation is you're going to get arrested. You're going to have your gun at least temporarily confiscated. And then the prosecutor is likely to charge you at some level. Whether these charges stick is a whole nother thing. Indiana has the what do they call it?
Stand your ground, or the castle doctrine. Yes,
which technically protect somebody from defending their home. So, but as far as the law goes, if somebody is breaking into your house, coming into and actually inside the home, then you have a right to defend the home. But if somebody's standing on the doorstep, you don't necessarily have that right unless they're clearly trying to breach the doorway. And those are sort of established principles. There's a couple of organizations out there that actually do free training on stand your ground law. And I don't know if this is an appropriate point to give them any publicity, but you can find them on Facebook and other places. But I did a couple of seminars with one group, and they were like, is it right to shoot? And they go through the law in quite detail to the point where you go, oh crap, that's what the law actually says. This is going to be slightly off topic, but Indiana law allows you to stop, and this is a separate line item, allows you to defend a fetus being murdered. There's no context to the law, but the law actually, as it's written today, would allow somebody to go in and shoot a doctor trying to save a mother, or any kind of
oh wow.
Yeah. And there's no context to it. So whereas it's like, okay, if you're in a head-on car collision and you're a drunk driver, you kill a pregnant woman, then you're liable for the woman and the baby she's carrying. That's sort of self-explanatory. But an ectopic pregnancy or something like that, where the mother's life is in danger, for any complications from a pregnancy, the law still allows you to stop the doctor from doing that. So this homeowner is sort of right now, I think, in a grey area, because they've been rightfully arrested and charged, and it says the lady was shot through a locked front door. So clearly she wasn't trying to breach the door. She was basically, knocking on the doors. And this isn't the first time we've seen somebody go to the wrong house and get shot.
And really, Simon, it's just there's too many damn guns. If everybody had to, the people that do have guns need training. I don't know. We need to do this thing better. There's the Second Amendment, despite the protestations of the NRA and these ammo sexuals, is not absolute, and we need to get back to a place where that was consensus, as it was 50 years ago in this country, and the previous 200 before that.